Okay, this model kit review is of the F-14A Tomcat, and this is Maverick's Tomcat from Top Gun. This is a Revell model in 1/48 scale. There are the dimensions, more of the dimensions there, and some colors needed. And we have some pictures here of the finished model. All the decals. It really looks like just a regular F-14A Tomcat that they've added decals for the Top Gun. We'll have a look inside here. We've got our sprues and instructions and decals. Really large bag here with all the sprues. Okay, so let's start off here. We have our glass with the canopy. It's fairly well molded. And then we have a little head-up display, the HUD. This first one here, we have, looks like these are the side doors for, must be for our wheel well doors. Over here we have our wheels. We've got, unfortunately, ejector pins you can see right there. It's a little disappointing. Some of the rails here for weapons, and then this is our pull down ladder. Here are the wings. Not a lot of detail here. These are a few of these are recessed and a few are raised panel lines. There are the turbines for the jet engines. Here are the nose wheels down there. And looks like our exhaust areas. And these are the swing wings. You can see here these are made to swing, so they will open and close, or at least go backwards and forwards. This one here, we've got our exhausts here and our nose cone. Let's flip it over and have a look. We have a lot of weapons here, weapons on the pylon, and the rails. Here's another one of the weapons rails here. Nose cone, part of our back of the cockpit. We've got some missiles here. Here's our seat and the ejection seat there. There's the second seat. Here we have part of our, this must be part of our landing gear. We've got our air intakes here, the ducts on both sides. More parts of the ejection seat, our cockpit, which is sitting on top of our nose wheel well. Molding quality is average, not great. Fair amount of as you can see there, all parts of mold lines and flashing. So there's the actual cockpit, some detail. It's nice to have that detail to be able to paint that. Over here we have the lower fuselage with our wheel wells. Some detail. It's nice to have detail on the wheel wells. You can always add some or construct your own. And then the air intakes. Here's our nose wheel well. These are all unfortunately raised panel lines. Here is the top part of the fuselage. Again, raised panel lines for the vast majority. Here's where the swing wing will come out. It's a fairly large plane. Here's our nose wheel landing gear. And we have a pilot here. And here are the instrument panels with some fairly nice detail on that. Let's have a look over here. We have some additional parts. These might be air brakes. and then a gun. There's a gun pod there, and that's for the gun, so that goes on the side. That goes on the side of the fuselage. And looks like this area over here. Okay. Now we're going to have a look at our decals. So there we go, Maverick, Pete Mitchell, with some of the rescue insignia, fairly nicely printed decals. Obviously you could always add some, and I definitely will do that, some of the nose steps. And then we've got some decals for our instrument panel. That's nice to have that. Let's have a look at our instruction sheets. Mavericks, F-14 Tomcats. And here are the colors needed right here. We've got the parts listing over here. Let's have a look here. So we start off with the instrument panels and the cockpit. Those will get put up together there. Ejection seats are put in, and then it's mounted to the fuselage. And our guy, a little pilot, Iceman. Then we put our air intakes on with the turbine, the jet engine. Our wings go in and go together. Then we put our fuselage together. We start to build the nose wheel well and nose landing gear. We put the gun pod on, as well as the nose cone, and then our tail hook, because it was a carrier-based plane, and exhausts. Next we start to build the weapons. So 4 of those, and that's where they go, on each side. And our tails go on, and then we start to build the main gear. So we've got our main gear and gear wheel wells, the wheel well covers going on. That's the other side. Fair amount of detail there. And then that's the nose wheel. Got some additional missiles going on. And they go on the side like that. Next we have our canopy. And you can have it open or closed. I always like to have it open so you can see the detail. And then looks like our gun port and all the additional looks like pitot tubes and so on. Now we have our Maverick and Goose. Looks like these are the decal and paint guide. Lots of decals there, and then here's from the top and the bottom. Show it like that. So a fair amount of detail. Molding quality is average. Looks like a regular Revell kit just repackaged as Maverick's Tomcat.